think it's just another short news cycle. Look at what the liberal kids are doing now, kind of a thing.
I was interviewed by Fox News today about Nudity in the Upspace. I think it was part of the O'Reilly Factor show, but I wasn't told that at the beginning. They asked me like how much tuition was and like if I was going to be disrobed or not, and if my parents were aware, and what my dad thought about me being naked in front of other people.
I think it's pretty offensive and probably again exploitative for them to ask if young women feel comfortable becoming nude in that kind of space, because immediately when a 40-something-year-old man from Fox News asks you that, the look on his face says, and you should be ashamed if you feel like the answer is yes, or all of America is going to judge you right now if you tell me that you do feel comfortable getting naked.
So the fact that there were, these kind of middle-aged men interviewing young college women about what they're doing with their bodies is just entirely inappropriate. It's misogynistic. It sort of reinforces these ideas that women can't make their own decisions about their bodies, and sort of bringing their dad into it is totally inappropriate. Like, the women here are smart, they're empowered, they're young women who are making these decisions intentionally, and they have every right to do so, and asking those kinds of questions just reinforces these sort of negative stereotypes around women, and is really just sort of deeply misogynistic.
So I see it as a lot more than an opportunity for students to just get naked. I think that it's pushing back on this idea that the human body is just something to satisfy someone else's gaze. We're unpacking a lot of different ideas that don't usually surround the body, and we're talking about things like privilege and what is a naked body and whose body is beautiful, and all these different theoretical things that have really nothing to do with what a lot of conservative news organizations are trying to portray about this event.
I'm not even sure why they're focusing on this when there's a government shutdown.
The idea of a reputable journalistic organization coming to a college campus when the government is literally shut down right now to talk about a bunch of kids creating art around body positivity, around body love, around consensual sexuality, about positive sexuality that includes everyone, doesn't exclude any kind of body, is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
You're feeding people false information, essentially. They're not telling them the mission behind Nudity in the Upspace. They're not telling them why they're doing this, why this is important. They're just taking it out of context and focusing on the fact that we're college kids and we're getting naked, and we're not at a frat party getting naked, This is an intellectual, and to take it out of that context is to just awful reporting.
I just want to say that, there are more important things in the world to worry about. As I said, this is something that we're doing for a specific reason. It's not just taking your clothes off for fun. It's meant to be productive, and people, maybe they should think about why they're so uncomfortable with the fact that we're taking our clothes off, and maybe that should be the fodder for discussion.
I hope that the creators and the participants of Nudity in the Upspace are still incredibly proud of themselves, and they know how much love there is on campus for them.